And we've had accidents on set as well. There are lots of sex accidents that happen. Some are minor, a scuffed knee, or someone being too vigorous, kind of biting a little bit, and sometimes guys get shat on.
Oh, that's not right. No.
Well, here's one that's going to be Article of the Year. Oh, boy. Let me tell you. You wonder why you don't hear more about this. Because, there are dangers being in the adult industry. And catching a sexually transmitted disease is major. But there are other issues that can occur. And you would not believe it sometimes. You have to hear the article or see the the video on it to see that this actually occurred. And we're going to read this off. This happened days ago. By the time you hear this, I think it's well over a week by the time when this article. And this is out of the news.com Australia. Aussie porn star Angela White rushed to hospital after sex scene injury. Adult film performer Kieran Lee has revealed he accidentally left an Australian porn star Angela White in the hospital after filming a scene. Lee, who has starred in nearly 7,000 adult films, expressed his disbelief at the turn of events when his on-set performance with White resulted in her failing unwell. According to Lee, the pair were filming a scene together for over an hour when he noticed something was wrong. A few days later, Lee learned that White had returned to her home in Australia after complaining of abdominal pain. Upon seeing the doctor, White was informed that her appendix had ruptured during the scene, which could have proven fatal. We were shooting content and we were going active. We were going at it like for an hour, he said. After that, I'm like, see you, sweetheart. Lovely day. I've gone home and then found out 2 days later she's gone back home to Australia. She said her stomach hurting and had to go see a doctor. Apparently, the appendix burst in the scene. When asked by podcast Ryan Parnell if the injury was due to Lee's genitalia, the award-winning performer was quick to deflect, speculating that the position they were in may have caused the injury. Lee admitted that he could have killed Angela White during their first scene together. However, the incident was not a one-sided affair, as Lee revealed that White eventually got her revenge during the subsequent scene. The performer was badly injured after White suffered from lockjaw after accidentally biting down Lee's testicle, leaving him with what they call the most painful experience from his time in the industry.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
And like I said, this is stuff that does come out every once in a while. And, sometimes, you got to be careful if you're in the industry, how you bend, you twist. That Kama Sutra book can bend you in all directions that no mortal man or woman could handle in some occasions. But it is interesting when you hear these stories and what they go through. And the thing about it is, you don't want it to ever happen. You really, truly don't want this to happen. I mean, there have been other instances. If you go through the entire history of the adult porn industry, and there have been some weird stuff that has happened. Stuff that even on YouTube you can't even mention. But it has happened, obviously. And it's just one of the quirks that happen. And the thing about it is, don't you think that this doesn't happen in Hollywood as well? Does this happen in a Hollywood love scene situation? Because some of these Hollywood movies do scenes close to pornographic scenes. We've seen this before. There are movies out there that are, or what we used to say you would see on Skinemax. If you don't know what Skinemax is back in the day, Cinemax After Dark after, was it about 10 or 11, I think it was, you used to get these just about barely above R films.
The following program has not been rated by the Motion Picture Association of America due to its graphic sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised.
That were very, you know, Red Shoe Diaries was one, I think, was on there. A couple of others that, you know, not meant for young kids to watch. And some of them were, actually, believe it or not, some of them were adult films that were edited down to get them down to a NR, unrated, or an R, close to an R. Pirates comes to memory on there, that there is an R version of it. The sex is in there, but not as strong as if you saw it as an X-rated movie. So, you know, there is a market out for a lot of these films, and you can see a lot of them on streaming services today. You know, both on regular streaming services and adult streaming services. Because, you know, the adult industry has their own streaming services on there, which you have to pay. You have to pay per view on there. But I'm surprised there isn't just a monthly one yet, but there probably is one out there. So tell me in the comments below your thoughts on this. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.